You can always count on a whipped hair butter to help you double your hair growth, and if you've been sleeping on hair butters, let this video be your sign to finally make some or buy some and start using. I'm going to teach you how to make a very simple hair growth butter using shea butter as the main ingredient. This right here is raw shea butter. This one is shea butter that I already mixed with some other ingredients like oils. These two. So I'm going to turn all of the shea butter into a bowl. You will need a bowl, you will need a whisk or a hand mixer. If you have a spatula, you can use that and whip your shea butter as well. It's very easy to make, and you can use shea butter and some other ingredients that you have lying around in your house to make this. Whipped shea butter is one of those DIY hair products that once you make it and you start using it, you will most definitely see results in a very short time, and so you will keep using it. When it finishes, you are going to need to make it again. I've been using whipped shea butter ever since I started growing my hair 10 years ago, and it's actually one of the first things I learned how to make. When I tell you that ever since I learned how to make this, I have simply made it in so many different ways, put in so many different ingredients. One of the ways that I like to mix my whipped shea butter is with DIY homemade Ayurvedic oil. Before we get into the oil and mixing it into the shea butter, the reason why my own shea butter here is so fluffy is because the two containers of white shea butter which I turned into this container or this bowl were already whipped, right? So those two were already whipped, and when I put it into the bowl, I realized that I had enough for this batch of hair butter and I did not need to add in the raw butter. Now let's get into making the Ayurvedic oil that I'm going to use to make my shea butter or finish making my shea butter. These are all of the ingredients that go into my Ayurvedic oil. Now this oil in particular, I like to infuse it, meaning that all of these ingredients, I put them into a basin and then I pour in my carrier oils. You're going to see the carrier oils that I use. So I pour in all of the carrier oils into that same basin with these ingredients. Then I allow that to soak for months at a time. Me, I do months at a time. And with the amount of carrier oils that I use to make this oil, it lasts me for up to 3 months before I need to make a new one. All of these ingredients that I add into my oil are helpful when it comes to boosting hair growth, strengthening the hair, improving blood flow circulation throughout the scalp, conditioning the hair, helping with reducing excess breakage and hair loss, improving shine, improving luster, improving the appearance of the hair, keeping the scalp healthy and fungus or bacteria free, and just in general keeping the hair and the scalp in very, very good condition. We have chebe here, we have moringa, we have rosemary, we have fenugreek, we have kalonji or black seeds, we have amla. You saw all of the ingredients I added in. Just look at this beautiful color. So these are 9 separate ingredients, and it makes the oil very powerful and very potent. You can do something like this, and apart from using this as the base for my whipped shea butter, I go ahead and apply this as my hair growth oil. These two things are very, very powerful and have helped me to grow my hair to such healthy extent. You've seen my videos, you've seen my posts, you've seen the way that my hair looks. If you want your hair to look like mine, go ahead and make products like this. And very quickly, if you're looking for a more detailed workshop with broken down explanations about what you should do exactly to grow your hair, my 30-day hair growth workshop helps you with this. I'm going to leave the link in the description box and also in the pinned comment so that you can get it. This is the same workshop with the routine that I follow and the rest of the products that I make and use at home to grow my hair massively. That hair growth that you think you cannot achieve, somebody else is out there achieving it. And if you see my hair and you have hair similar to mine and you would like your hair to grow well too, if I did it, you too can do it. You have seen people that have started from scratch, maybe people that had no edges. Before you know what's happening, they come back and they show you comparison pictures. They have edges, their hair is fuller, their hair is longer, because they decided to be more intentional about hair growth. That is the same way you need to be more intentional about hair growth. And all you need is 30 days of doing my hair growth workshop, and you are going to completely transform your hair and your hair growth journey. So I just poured in the Ayurvedic oil into the whipped shea butter and mixed everything thoroughly until it's blended together. That is all you need to do. So your Ayurvedic oil, which you are going to leave to infuse, once that has infused enough and the color has changed, transfer that oil, some of that oil, to your whipped shea butter and mix everything together. The advantage of doing it like this is that you don't get to pour in so many different ingredients into the shea butter and then start adding in different carrier oils. This just makes the entire process longer. So by the time you infuse everything into the oil separately and now work by scooping that infused oil into the butter, you've cut out so many steps and you now have a potent butter that looks like this. And that's it. This is very simple. You don't need to boil anything for this recipe. Most times when we want to make whipped shea butter, we have to melt down the shea butter, but you don't need to do that for this particular recipe. Go ahead and mix your whipped shea butter with your oil like I did, and this is what we have. This is so beneficial for hair growth, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how to apply this to your hair by applying it on my own hair. So this is what my hair looks like. When my hair starts to look like this, I know I am getting closer to wash day, but most times I will procrastinate and push that wash day forward to buy myself some time. So my hair was very tangled here. I had just loosened the hairstyle. My goal was to use this whipped butter to regrow my edges. My edges were not scanty and I didn't lose too much of the edges to the hairstyle, but I wanted to fill those edges back in. That's one of the things I use this whipped shea butter for. So I simply moisturized my hair by spraying water on the hair in sections, and then I took some of that whipped butter and applied it to my hair. Now with this whipped butter, I did not add in any moisturizing ingredient, let's say like water or aloe vera. I didn't add in anything that has water in it because I didn't want to have to use preservatives. You want to take note of that. That is why I also had to use a leave-in conditioner instead of applying the butter alone to my hair and scalp. Don't get me wrong, you can use the butter alone, but remember, the butter is majority oil. There is no moisture in it and there is nothing to add moisture to the hair. You're not going to be able to moisturize with this product, so you will need to at least spray water on your hair first, then you can apply the butter. I have done it this way for countless times before now. So one way you can do it is by spraying water to your hair in sections, then apply a little bit of the butter to your hair and then braid or twist. The second way is apply water to your hair first and then apply a leave-in conditioner, just a little quantity of leave-in conditioner next, and then use that butter to seal in moisture. Remember, for both the leave-in and the butter, you're only going to need to use literally dime-sized quantities because you don't want to be heavy-handed so that the product doesn't just sit on your hair. The advantage of using whipped shea butter over regular shea butter is by whipping the shea butter, you have loosened the product, so it's typically not as heavy as raw shea butter when you apply it to your hair. For use of this product, this is one of those products that you can use practically several times a week, and if you use it that way but dime-sized quantities whenever you are going to apply, then your hair is not going to feel weighed down, it's not going to feel extremely oily, and you'll be able to use it multiple times. Look how soft my hair is. I'm not even kidding when I say whipped shea butter is one of my best and go-to products every time. If you're going to make this, please come back and give me your reviews. Let me know how that goes. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any additions. Just go ahead and and leave all of those in the comments and I'll interact with you. If you've made whipped shea butter before, but maybe you followed a different recipe, also let me know how that went for you. If you added in products that most people don't even think about, also go ahead and let me know how that worked for you and if it is something that you went back to use again and again. And then if you don't use shea butter as your base for the butter, but maybe something else like mango butter, let me know how that worked for you as well. But for now, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.